Hey everyone, Money Rags here. Sorry I haven't been around much lately. A lot been going on. There's a few things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about police. I'm going to talk about the government. I'm going to talk about upgrades that I've been doing. Anyway, this is a must-see video. It's going to be probably fairly long, so you might want to have to do it in 2 different sessions. Watch part of it one time and watch the next part of it another time. Looks like the longest I can do it is 21 minutes. So, anyway, here we go. First off, I want to talk about the police. Okay. Number one, we live in a society where people are presumed innocent until proven guilty. And that's not the society that we live in, though. I mean, that goes as far as your bail bonds and everything else go. That you have to post bail when you get arrested. I mean, you're not even convicted yet, so you're automatically guilty, and then you have to prove yourself innocent to get all that stuff back. But if you use a bondsman, you can't even get your bond back because you've bought your freedom. So that just goes to prove you can buy your freedom. It doesn't matter. It can be for a little bit or a long time. Anyway, it's not the big point. My point being is that I had a police officer pull my son over. And I told you I've been going through a lot of personal things. Anyway, they pulled him over and they looked up his record. And his record is absolutely spotless. He was driving a car that had a brake light that stayed on. Anyway, that's why they pulled him over. Anyway, they pulled him over and they were really nice to him at first, and then they ran his name, and the presumed innocent thing is black. Hey, Aspen. Hi, guys.
Hi, Dad.
Anyway, it was one of those things that they looked up his record. Like I said, he's not even proven guilty yet. It was just, it was one of those innocent, that he hasn't even been convicted. He's just charged with a crime right now. Anyway, as far as that goes. Then they proceeded to tear his car apart. They tear everything out of the car. Then they see that he's mailing packages, so then they start tearing up his packages. Tearing into them and opening them up. And he doesn't want to fight them because he knows exactly where that's going to end up. It's going to end badly. So, what is he going to do? He just complies. And my wife and I have raised our kids to be very honest with themselves and with the police and stuff like that. So it's not like he's trying to skate from it. He knows he's looking at between probably 10 and 20 years. So unlike most kids that are out there knowing that they're going to spend 10 to 20 years in prison, instead of going out and partying and drinking and having a good time and relaxing because they know once they go, then there's trouble. No, what is he doing? He's working. He works every single day. He even comes home and works around here. He doesn't try to skate by. I mean, he cleans up, he chops wood, he does dishes, he does laundry, he keeps the fire going. He does things all the time to keep himself busy. In that fact, there's a lot of respect for it, and he's going to plead himself out guilty. But you could say hi. But that's just the way it is. You come say hi. I don't care. And this is my other grandson. This is Levi. Hi. How does it feel to be a grandson of somebody who's a schizoaffective? A bit strange?
Yeah, it's a little strange.
All right.
And I have some problems.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my grandson. So anyway, like I said, he's gonna plead guilty and everything, and he just wants to be out and do the best that he can instead of skirting his responsibilities. But anyway, but the police had no right to treat him like that. I mean, they can see up on there that he's been charged with something, but charged doesn't mean you're being convicted or anything. So, shame on you. I'm scared to leave the house most of the time for fear of people. Not scared of the police per se, except for the fact that I think that they're, like everything else, the government's out to get me. And I hate to sound conspiracy theorist or anything like that, because some of them guys that believe in UFOs are a little. I believe in UFOs too. I believe that they try to read my mind, as the government tries to read my mind and stuff like that. And thank you. See this? This is beautiful. Silver and copper. Silver and copper, man. That thing's sharp. Anyway. So these things are cool too. So, I have my fears. I'm not an extremist, and like I said, I believe in taking responsibility for my own actions, which is what most people should do. But if I believe that if you are going to plead guilty, that the sentence should be a little less than if they have to go through and try you for it. Because if they have to try you for it, that takes time and effort, therefore the sentence should be longer. But our government is bass-backwards, where if you plead guilty in the beginning, you get the longer sentence, where if you drag it out, they want to cut a deal so they don't have to go to trial. It's backwards. It shouldn't be that way. It should be the other way around. It should be flip-flopped. That's my opinion on that. Let's see. Then there's I have a desperate fear of things, and like drones, and I was looking at something, and I said, drones have to have FAA clearance, and if they're flying over somebody's house, you can't shoot them down. I'll guarantee you, a drone flies over this piece of property. I don't care if it's government, city, personal, whatever. I'm blowing that sucker out of the sky. You ain't spying on me in my yard. You can't do that with airplanes and helicopters and stuff like that. That's fine. But I'll tell you what, if you've got a drone and I can see it, and I don't have good vision, well, that good of vision anyway, let's say about 100 yards. But if I can see a drone, one of the teeny tiny drones, you are too far into my airspace. I mean, you want to spy on me? You've got my whole perimeter of my yard to do that with. I don't care. But don't you even think that you're going to come here. I protect myself. It's my God-given right to do so. The American system here where I live seems to think that I have my rights to do that if I feel threatened. If I feel my life threatened. So, alien spaceship comes down, comes to try to take me, I'm blowing that sucker. I'm going to shoot at that thing numerous times. They're gonna take me kicking and screaming. I'm not saying that so much with the federal government, because they could come here. I will comply as best as I can even though they scare the bejeebies out of me. But I'll make sure that my wife has video recording of where I'm going, what I'm being charged with, stuff like that. That way there's some sort of record of what happened to me, which is what I need, is a record of what's going on. I'm on a shot for the voices that's going to help. It's called Invega Sustenna. And I've already had the loading dose and then my regular dose. So now it's a once a month thing after that. It's supposed to decrease my voices. And part of the problem is that I can a sense of urgency, of restlessness, and I already have that anyway. So part of my anxiety. So now, that can be heightened up a little bit. But the good thing is that I think the voices are lessening a little bit. So, and I'm sleeping a little better at night. They've increased my Prozac. They've increased my Prozacin. That's my nightmare medicine. And they've increased my my nighttime med. Anyway, I got like seven or eight different medications that I take. Thank God I don't have to take any more pills for my voices. They just give me the shot. They say increased weight gain is probably is a possibility as a side effect. I don't see that happening. I mean, I just don't. People who live out in the country, we know there is no time just to sit around and do nothing. There's always something to do. If you've got more than an acre, you have things to do. And God bless those people who have 500, 1,000 acres, 2,000 acres. I'm saying they have their hands full 24/7. Yeah, it'd be an all-time thing. No wonder they use forerunners and horses and stuff to get around on, just to get around the property. Because if you had to walk that'd be a long ass walk. So I want to take care of that. I'm replacing some of my my soffit and my fascia boards with a metal fascia and soffit. If you look at my roof, you'd say it needs to be replaced. You would never guess that in a million years that I once was a premier builder in California at the way my roof looks and the way my floor in my house looks. I mean, it's got holes in it and stuff like that. But I've been fighting now for 8 years with the government about my Social Security, and they're not. I seen today that there was a thing where I think it was Wells Fargo said that they made oops and they could have done some refinancing for people so they wouldn't lose their homes, remortgage it to lower their interest rate, something that they didn't have to do, but they felt bad enough that they offered these people money. I know it wasn't near enough. I mean, their houses were foreclosed on, but it was free money. They didn't have to offer you that to begin with. I've been fighting now for 8 years. At least 8. Then I was on it way before. Then, like I said, I quit taking my medicines. I quit going to the doctor's appointments and stuff like that. And it was a mess. So they dropped everything. I don't know, it was their prerogative. But so come about 15 years later when I try to get back, or 10 years, 10 or 15, when I tried to do the right thing, not even that, I don't think. I think it was only like 5. 5 or 6 years, something like that. Anyway, so when I try to get back on, then they gotta give me all kinds of grief about it. And I'm doing everything that they've asked. I take the medicines. I go to my counseling and stuff like that, even though it scares the bejeebies out of me to leave this place. But I do it because that's what they require. But do you think for 1 second that they're going to reimburse me for 8 years?